Ah, Sour's going to get his laptop. It wouldn't be a brony convention if something didn't go wrong with the technology. We fail to live, we fail to love. We fail to live, we fail to love. We fail to live.
Oh wait, hold on. You can hear us, but I cannot hear you. Hold on.
That's because I wasn't speaking, maybe?
Wait, no. Oh, yeah, no, I hear you now. But that's my bad.
It's fine. Deep breaths, calm down, everything's fine. Oh, hello, everybody. Greetings from 6 a.m. here in the UK.
Hello? We hear you.
Hello.
Just
I
get
want
us-
credit for being
Yeah!
here because it's 6 a.m.
Oh my gosh, yay, it worked. 15-minute delay.
It wouldn't be a brony convention if the tech didn't suck and we didn't all go, oh no.
Oh my gosh.
In doubt, blame ducks.
I shall blame the gremlins.
All right. Okay, we're safe. We're safe.
See, all works out in the end.
We're ready. And it only took me a marathon.
Yeah, thank you so much, Sour Patch. Give it up for Sour Patch, everyone.
Everybody praise Sour Patch, best sunburst and best tech friend.
I try my best.
Well, welcome all in, everyone, to Diomedes or Diomedes, a friendship is tragic panel, where despite the ways, it's either going to be broken hearts or demonic horses that will rip our hearts out. Again, that's pretty much any grimdark that Opam Scribbler makes, or Lost Narrator, depending on the subject. But nonetheless, welcome all in, everyone, and maybe we should start up with a few introductions, starting with you, Sour.
Sour, hi. I'm here completely by coincidence. But I do a good nerdy voice, and so apparently that was enough for to get Scribbler's attention. So hooray for
Nice.
nerdy voices.
Nice. He's just really talented.
Hi, I am MuseScript, and I play the voice of Princess Cadence in the very unfortunate audio drama. And I also Pie in the first one.
Which I did a very bad impression when I did the OG reading for Frolan Cortez, which, by the way, shout out to you. Exactly. But anyways, I am the athletic brony Fritz Harmonycon. I am a content creator who does reactions and reviews, as well as voice acts to pony stuff, as well as to other animated shows like Hazbin Hotel and Hello Boss and several others. And I also do sports and singing in real life as well.
Yeah, and he goes around green grasslands and hits around a white ball with a club.
Yeah, pretty much. But in terms of Friendship is Tragic, I am the current voice of a character named Pitcher, and that is all I'm going to say. But also, we have ourselves a very special guest who hasn't been around for a long time in the conversation. So,
Is that my cue?
yes, that's your cue.
Yes.
Hi, I'm Opam Scribbler. I wrote the stuff. I'm sorry, but I'm not really.
We caught her at a perfect time.
Yes, absolutely. It's been a long 5.5 years.
Oh my goodness,
But
has it been that long?
Yeah, since Harmonycon 2019, I believe.
Oh my gosh, I'm even more not sorry.
I was there.
Yeah, same here.
Me too.
But nah. So to start this panel up, I would like to ask you, Scribbler, in a great summary, could you care to explain to the audience the fateful tale series that is Friendship is Tragic?
Certainly. Friendship is Tragic is based on fanfic that I read back in 2012 or 13, I believe, that stuck with me for many, many years. And I decided to adapt it into an audio drama. That started in 2017 and it remained an unfinished script for a great many years until the pandemic came around, in which case it was, oh, let's do the thing. Everybody's sad. Let's make them sadder. And I asked various friends to be involved in it. I did not ask for their souls, which I think made them actually, agree to be in it in this case. Um, and then thereafter, it went down so well with people that literally before the final episode was out, I was already writing the sequel. And Friendship is Tragic, the first one, took a good 3 or 4 years to put together. Friendship is Tragic 2 took 4 months to write, despite the fact that it is 25 episodes. And between the two audio dramas, it details an alternate universe and a sort of domino butterfly effect of what if Celestia wasn't around anymore. It takes the concept of something called the Horses of Diomedes, which is based on Greek mythology, and the idea that Diomedes is a country not far away from Equestria that has been completely and utterly blocked by them for a very long time. They send a message to Celestia saying that they wish to make peace after about 800 years of not having contact. She decides to give them a chance. She takes Twilight along with her because, unbeknownst to Twilight, who is still a unicorn, Celestia is training her for royalty. Unfortunately, Diomedes is full of poop because they decide to attack and kill Celestia. And in the process of that, unfortunately, Twilight's horn is smasheroonied and she cannot access her magic anymore. She is put into a coma, rescued, and wakes up 4 years later to find that the country is a very different place. And her friendships, which were still in their infancy, because this takes place just after the end of season 2, after Canterlot Wedding, have all broken, and her friends, without her there as the spark of magic to hold their friendships together, have gone off in wildly different directions and become quite self-destructive, based on their earlier iterations of what their characterization was like in the first 2 seasons, before they had their rough edges, such as they are, smoothed out. And Friendship is Tragic 1 details Twilight trying to reconnect with her friends and discovering that sometimes friendships cannot be recovered. And I don't want to spoil too much from there. Friendship is Tragic 2 is a prequel, midquel, sequel in which we go after Cadence and Luna and how they deal with the aftermath of Celestia's death and finding Twilight during her coma. It also, quite as a surprise to me, because I did not plan it that way, became the story of Raven Inkwell, whom I discovered I love writing, and she's an amazing character, and I love her dearly. Not just because Ceridwen voices her, and Ceridwen's an amazing voice actress, but it became partly her story as well. And it does go through some rather intense characterization for the nature of Cadence's character and the nature of Luna's character, and what happens when you really sand down their situations to their core personalities and how they cope with tragedy in their various different ways. And to be honest, I didn't like Cadence before I wrote this, and she's one of my favorite characters now, not just because Muse voices her and Muse is amazing. And I don't want to give any more than that.
Well, since this project has been known to having such a big squad behind the production, I do also want to further ask you, Scribbler, how long does it take for an episode to be made?
Are we measuring this in time or in slivers of my soul that I give up to do this? It Like I said, the script is entirely finished. It was written in 4 months at the beginning. I don't know what the heck I was on at the time, but it's written, it's done, it's edited all into place, and the majority of the cast is in place as well. Although we'll be holding auditions in future, so if everybody wants to audition for that, that'd be great. But each episode largely takes about 6 months to a year to make, because they are so intensive and because I just have so many other projects on. Also, I have a job and I have to pay the bills because I have a mortgage. It's great. But each episode, when in terms of actual editing, if it's a simple 2 characters talking to each other scene, I can get the audio edited together in a couple of hours, and the visuals take about an hour after that. If it's an intense fight scene, such as in the Crystal Heart episode, where Cadence is fighting King Sombra, the episode itself was quite short, but it took 8 months to make because the editing was so intense and there was so much artwork. And full props to the art team on this one, because without them, these episodes wouldn't happen. There is absolutely no way. None of this would happen without them. Yeah, yeah, it takes a long time.
Sketch Squad is pretty much the best squad, as
We
we all
really are
say.
just one big dysfunctional family now.
Oh yeah, definitely. So I don't know if anybody noticed from the last episode. Who here has seen the last episode of Friendship is Tragic? All right, we got a couple. We got a couple too over there. I don't know if anybody's noticed, but we did have a new intro, and the person who performed and written it happens to be right next to me. So I gotta ask you. Uh, so, Muse, I would like to hear your story as to how the song got made. Did you ever get like emotional during the process? Because when I actually got the chance to listen to the theme, I definitely like felt it with the heartfelt moments and stuff.
All right. So, funny story. Scribbler was having some copyright issues with the old theme, which is Colleen's version. And then, okay, ignoring what's happening still, I think originally, like starting from Arc 4, I think you can correct me on this. She was going to use Magpie Pony's cover of that song, which was like personalized for the audio drama. But yeah, she was having some copyright issues. So in my instinct, I was like, in my instinct, I was like, I feel like helping her out somehow. So I just spent the whole day. Wow, this is really distracting. I spent the whole day pretty much with this idea in my mind. Oh, I should compose a song, maybe like a fan song for Friendship is Tragic too. And then it started out as like a poem of some kind, and then a melody came much later. And then I just my gosh, that is so distracting. Anyways, when I have my mind set on something, I usually don't stop until much later. Thank you, Sarah. As I was saying, so it only took me 24 hours to write a 3.5 minute song, and then I sent it to Scribbler saying, "Oh, hey, here's a song. Don't know if you'll use it or not, but it's here. I hope you enjoy." Yeah, and then I wake up, and then to like so many spammed messages from school like, "You wrote this? Oh my gosh, this is so beautiful." And I'm like, "Oh my gosh, thank you so much." So that's how that came together. And for those who are unfamiliar with me, I write songs for projects all the time, so I am used to that. And I also wanted to center it around Carlene's style as well with this song. So because I love Carlene as well. I discovered it long before Friendship is Tragic came out, like 3 years before. So it's more than familiar with her work. But yeah, that's how the song Failed to Love originated, and yeah, all that stuff. And sorry, you got distracted by I'm the friend you need in the next strip.
Man, shut up, other room, as Emma Larson would say in the closing ceremonies. But nah, I personally really enjoyed your performance there, Hughes, though. You did absolutely true justice to that number.
Thank you so much.
What number? 42, 43?
Shut up, Sour.
And the song video has like 12,000 views on my channel now.
Oh, wow.
All deserved.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, I want to ask everyone here on the panel, what has been your most and least favorite part of joining this project?
Me first.
Sour
first.
Okay. Favorite part of joining this is pretty much that. Least favorite part, I don't really have a least favorite part. I haven't really gotten the chance to actually contribute much yet, which I am excited to do, but but until that time comes, I don't really think I've had any negative part or any part that I would consider the worst since joining this project. I mean, I, did, I was greeted very warmly by everyone the server when Scribbler surprised me with the invite. I got it was a very warm welcome. Friends such as Duck, Little Owl, Starry, all of them greet me with open hoofs, and it's been great. It's been great living in such a family-like setting ever since. So I'm very grateful for that.
You're enjoying yourself entirely too much. Clearly, I need to beat you with a newspaper more.
You did save that for Duck, please.
I have enough newspapers to go around.
Okay, let's see. My favorite part of the project is definitely voice acting emotional scenes. And trust me, there are a lot. I know I definitely had a blast in episode 4 of Friendship is Tragic too, when, well, Cadence just, yeah, some stuff happens and yeah, R.I.P.
The most emotional I ever get in projects like these are whenever Sunburst is freaking out about being a dad.
Oh, yeah. In terms of least favorite part, nothing. I absolutely love working on Scribbler's stuff. She is amazing and it's awesome.
So you won't beat with a newspaper.
All right. Oh boy.
She doesn't even have a camera on. I can already hear her blusting after you say.
Oh boy. I apologize in advance if I go off on either a ramble or I butcher my answer. This one, but for me, just my favorite parts. Well, I just want to say I'm probably like one of on this panel, I'm the only one here who actually auditioned and actually really tried to get a role on this. And it took years to, of auditions beforehand because, of course, I did try to get into other projects. And voice acting does tend to be pretty challenging for the most part to come in with character and stuff. Even if you do have a range of voices and everything, but yeah.
What are you talking about? I've been auditioning for her parts for years as well.
Yeah. But no, but nonetheless, though, just the fact that I had the opportunity to actually get when I first got the exception, I was very like emotional for the most part because this was like definitely like a dream come true for me to be a part of like a big production, even if it is a little role. And when I got the chance to meet like the community, like it was just so amazing because not only did I get the chance to join a team of people that I've known for such a long time, such as Scribbler, such as Loss and Magpie and Melody, like the list goes on and on. But also some fresh new faces in the fandom that I actually started to know like ever since joining, like Duct Tape, like Roland Cortez and Hughes and Sour Patch, like and every here has just been absolutely amazing, and I especially love the fact that whenever we do like premieres and we chat in the calls and stuff like that, that has been also pretty fun for the most part. But no, yeah,
My bashfulness get the best of me.
but going back, it's just so amazing because people will call it a fan made, but to be honest, I feel like I'm surrounded by a group of professionals because I just, well, because the work itself has just been, a lot of work goes into creating this project and having it come to life to be what it is. And I am so I feel so blessed every day, every time I, just try to work, or even if it's just like a short collab and stuff like that. And yeah, again, I'm kind of like rambling, but nonetheless, it has just been great. My favorite part is just being a part of the community and also getting the chance to like meet all the old and new faces and that I get to work with every day. And also, but as for least favorites, well, I I guess for me, I guess the least favorite part is like getting into the approach of the character because when I first saw a picture and when I saw the artwork, I was just like, oh, this guy's pretty much me. But then when I saw the script, I was like, oh, there is something to him. And, and I'm like, I don't know how to get into character for this one. But that's what's so great about this production is the fact that I have like somebody like Scribbler to, help me out if I ever need like a director's approach into the character and, figure out that voice for him. So that's pretty much it.
That you would need a director to see a director's approach. I wouldn't know.
Yeah, but nah, that's pretty much my answer. What about you, Scribbler?
Well, my favorite part of it is seeing the words that I wrote several years ago at this point coming to life with other people's voices. Often the way that that I wrote the lines is not the way that the actors end up saying them, and then I end up liking their performances better than the one that was in my head because the intonation, especially when it's really big emotional scenes, is often very different but much improved. Muse in particular, the I forget which episode it is now in FIT2, but it is when Spike has gone to sleep and Cadence goes to tell him that Twilight has woken from her coma. And I'd imagined that the emotions would ramp up slowly throughout the dialogue to be her just screaming at the end. And Muse snapped and made her shout for right from the start. And at first, when I was listening to her recording, I thought, oh, this is what I asked for. And then as I'm listening, I'm thinking, actually, this is better than what I asked for. So I really love just hearing other people's interpretations of my lines. What I hate is one moment in particular. In one of the episodes in FIT2, as the premiere was going on, I realized that I had missed an entire scene in an episode and it was not there. And this has happened unfortunately twice in different ways. One in which the scene was completely missing. I'd edited it. The video was ready. I had the file and it wasn't in the final episode. And I'm sitting there going, "Oh, flip. Whoa, no." And had to rewrite the script of the next episode to make it part of a dream sequence instead. The other time was entirely my fault that I had uploaded a beta version of an episode and I was really, really poorly at the time. I'm immunocompromised. I get poorly a lot. You're all really lucky I've actually got a voice to talk to you all today. 7 days ago, no voice. But it was a black screen and the scene itself had no visuals. And I was like, oh no, this is worse. Those are my 2 times where I've just gone, yeah, flip. So, yeah, there we go.
Well, follow-up question to that. Do you guys happen to have like a favorite line or meme from Friendship is Tragic
Apple thick.
that sticks to your guys' head? Yeah.
Apple thick.
Yep. Apple thick be it.
Those who don't know, Apple thick is a meme that came out of a piece of artwork that was put into FIT1. And the artist had done these brilliant dynamic shots. It was just a conversation between AJ and Twilight at a bar, and it should have been a very sort of boring scene visually because it's just them sitting next to each other having a conversation for about 10 minutes. But she'd done these brilliant dynamic shots from different angles, things in the background, and one of them was a low to high shot of Twilight's face as if on the other side of Applejack and just looking up and has her head cut off. But instead, just what we see is butt. Nothing but Applejack's butt. And it was so round that all of us in the chat just went apple thick. And it took on a life of its own.
Like me, for favorite line, pretty much anything said by Rarity in the show. I I have a thing for evilized versions of good characters and the just the magpie the person who voices Rarity just nails her voice to a T and she plays a rarity, like a monster, so well, and I mean that in the nicest way I can possibly say. But uh, it's she just makes her my favorite character, and but for favorite meme, definitely Applepeck.
Let's see.
Apple
Well,
thick.
okay. Well, my favorite line came from Rainbow Dash in episode 4 of Friendship is Tragic when she calls Spitfire chicken. It's like just making chicken noises like
And shout out to Cloud9.
Cloud9.
Fun fact, there is an amazing blooper of Cloud trying to voice that, where they just fall about laughing and can't get the line out, going, "I'm gonna die making chicken noises."
Oh,
As for favorite meme, I guess I'm just going with the flirt. Everyone's saying apple fixing.
well, oh boy. Well, my favorite line was that just sticks in my head, and it's just so out there. It was when it's not in the sequel, but it's from the first one. Uh it was when the Twilight Applejack Rainbow Dash got to see like the glorious carriage, and then Cloud9 said the most freaking out of random thing about a certain parts of Princess Luna.
All ages panel literally cannot tell you what that line is.
Oh boy. Let's just say that there was let's just say that she got real descriptive about Luna's butt. Oh my God. Well, yeah. And as for meme, well, there was this one meme that my friend Gokin created, and it was like this screenshot of like the unicorn from Owl House, and it had the bold letters of death to oh wait, death, death to Celestia and death to Equestria. That one was my absolute favorite. That screenshot right there, and also double tick. But yeah, so now moving on to a different subject. I know we can't give any spoilers, obviously, but exactly what is it that we can expect for the future of the Friendship is Tragic series? After all, there is some new characters that a lot of people would love to see again. And this goes to Scribbler herself or to anybody that wants to join in.
Okay, so I'm gonna give a couple of semi-spoilery hints because I'm the creator and I can do spoilers. uh, but right, okay. We have not seen the last of Tierek. People keep asking me, where is Discord? That's going to get answered. It is not the last we've seen of the main 6. Raven will not remain loveless forever.
Oh,
She is not going to... Yeah, like I said, I did not expect to enjoy writing Raven's character as much as I have, but I really enjoy writing her, and she deserves a little bit of happiness.
oh
And
yeah,
there are a
absolutely.
couple of characters coming. You all know Thorax got introduced in the last episode. He's going to
Mhm.
become quite a major player in the upcoming episodes. And shout out to Clever Hooves for voicing him so well. Because, to put it mildly, I rather put Thorax through the ringer. Um, but I love seeing what happens to characters when you really think about how an AU will work. It really annoys me when people write an AU and they don't take into consideration that domino effect of, well, if you change one thing, what are the consequent changes that will happen? And with this, there is no Spike to fight for Thorax. There is only Cadence. And Cadence doesn't like changelings. How would that change the course of his story? We also go into quite a lot of flashbacks in the later episodes. As you're aware, there are 24 episodes, except the last episode, when I started timing it out, was about 3 hours long, so I might have to split that one in two. The finale might be a two-parter. Leave that one with me, I'm not sure. But some of yeah, Scribbler can't keep track of a project and how long it is. Never. It's not like I once wrote a 3-chapter fanfic that turned into a 400,000 word thing. But we do have flashbacks, and some of the things that will be covered in flashbacks, just to give you a hint. We're going to look at Cadence's childhood and why she has such a complicated relationship with the idea of family and blood relations versus not blood relations, and how that affects her relationship with Luna. We're going to see, and I'm going to put this very simply, Luna versus a dragon army. And I'll leave it at that.
Well, that is definitely some interesting things right there. And in fact, speaking of interesting, I believe we have a sneak peek to show.
Oh, really?
Really?
I can't believe she reopened the dungeons.
I know, right?
King Sombra's dungeons? Really?
I know. She promised she never would. And yet here we are.
I thought she filled the dungeons in with concrete or something. They're Sombra's dungeons. You know the kinds of things he used to do to ponies down there?
Ugh, don't remind me. It gives me the shivers just thinking about it.
No, they existed before he took over. The castle was built with the dungeons beneath it. Princess Citrine's ancestors carved them from the crystals and bedrock beneath the castle centuries before Sombra was even born.
But he made them his. The things he did to ponies down there?
Don't think about it. Don't talk about it. You know how jumpy ponies get if anyone talks about Sombra too much.
How can we not think about it when the princess just reopened his dungeons?
You don't think she's, going mad with power or something, do you?
Would you rather have a changeling running around the Empire unchecked?
Of course not.
Then trust the princess. I'm sure she knows what she's doing. And what she's doing is for the best.
Who's best? Ours or hers?
Certainly not that changeling's. Ugh. I wish she hadn't brought it back here. Just the thought of it being somewhere under our hooves gives me the creeps.
Oh, I know. Their ugly, buggy faces are just... Ugh.
And those holes in their legs? What are those even for?
She should have just killed it, not brought it back here.
Hey now! Does unbridled murder sound like Princess Cadence's style?
Well, no. But it's a changeling. You can't trust changelings. They'll stab you in the back as soon as it's turned.
They'll drink your brain through a straw.
They don't eat brains. That's zombies.
Zombies, changelings, what's the difference? They're all icky, sicky things that should be wiped out and never ever allowed into our beautiful empire. Now we've finally gotten it back. It's ours, not theirs.
No one ever said it wasn't ours. In fact, Princess Cadence made extra special sure to everyone it's our empire, since it runs on our love and light.
All the more reason to question why she brought a horrendous changeling right into our midst. Why, if it wants our love and light? What if it wants the crystal heart? We should get rid of the ugly thing before it can steal the heart.
That's ridiculous. Princess Cadence would never let that happen. You need to have more faith in her.
Shh, 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 shh. Here she comes. Move, move, move.
Princess, I'm sure they didn't mean...
It's fine. I heard them too, Captain. Reopening the dungeons was always going to be a controversial decision.
It's just... King Sombra always took ponies who tried to rise up against him down to the dungeons. And they were never seen again. Not in one piece, that is. I was part of the slaves assigned to be cleanup crew after he got through with dissidents. It was... messy. I lost friends to him that way. Ponies who couldn't live under his rule and tried to fight back. I only knew they had died when I was picking bits of them up off the dungeon floor to put in a wooden bucket and found cutie marks on severed limbs.
Alec, I had no idea. I'm so sorry for making you go back down there.
You had no idea because I never told you, Princess. I told you I was a slave and I had some of the nastiest jobs Sombra could think up for us. But I never divulged the details of what that meant, and you never pried them out of me. You allowed me privacy for my old pain, and I appreciated that. So there's no need to apologize to me now. I just wanted you to know that I trust your judgment, Your Highness. You've never steered the Empire wrong since you took the crown.
I'm grateful for your faith in me.
Pardon my vernacular, but are you kidding? Without you, we'd be 1,000 years out of time only to return and be back in chains with Sombra ruling us again. Doubtless he'd be doing far worse than storing a changeling spy down there.
Do you think the changeling is a spy?
What other reason could he have for being here in the Empire? From what we know of the changelings and Queen Chrysalis, she must have recovered her forces and her power base enough after her last defeat to finally be looking to expand her empire again.
The Crystal Empire is a long way from the Badlands where the Hive makes its home, and Equestria sits in between here and there. Would it not make more sense for Chrysalis to try taking over Equestria again? Especially since the ponies who defeated her previously are no longer able to?
Unless she already has taken over Equestria and we don't know it yet.
That's a pretty big assumption based on the presence of a single changeling, who claims to be a refugee from Chrysalis and unconnected to her hive and her swarm at all.
If the changelings of modern day are as tricky as the ones 1,000 years ago, Your Highness, then I wouldn't put anything past them.
I'll have to give it some thought.
Of course, Princess. And if your guard could please make sure he doesn't lose track of the princess of the whole empire again, that would be wonderful.
To be fair, Captain Gallic, I left without telling any pony I was leaving via a route no guard could follow. The fault was mine.